people think art is subjective. But I believe with my body and soul, there genuinely is a difference between mediocre design, good design, and great design. I crave great design. I love it more than a cactus loves water or a cat loves cardboard boxes. It makes me feel like someone shot an arrow straight into the folds of my brain, where it stays nestled, making me think about it day and night. And I love it. Great design is in so many things, from perfectly placed decor to exceptional paintings to the perfect bite in a meal. I've already taught people's ears off in my video about Japan, where thought and care really contributes to great design. But I don't want to just consume great design. I wish to contribute to it. And I think that we all do. The big question, though, is how can we be great designers? To get a shoot me in the brain, make me stupid smile kind of design, how can we get to that? Let's start by identifying great design. So as you can see, I've tried all kinds of different compositions already. Something that I really want to capture is like this fast motion of like sweeping arc. Like I want to give the viewer a feeling that she's unsheathing something so powerful and like a feeling of action. You will rarely find me playing video games these days. I am the kind of person who cannot physically play a game if I do not enjoy the visuals. Obviously, the game has to be fun too, but the main selling point to me is the art. Which is why I found myself delighted to love the game Zenless Zone Zero, or ZZZ. The game is an anime action role-playing hack-and-slash game. It has incredibly stylish and snappy animation that makes the combat hit so well. And one of my favorite characters to play is the character I'm painting, Miyabi. So I'm someone who actually doesn't really enjoy gacha games. This is one of the few times in my life where I pulled out my wallet and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to get her. I never got her. The animation for this game is remarkably expressive. Each character jumps to life as soon as they move. Light and snappy, heavy and tanky, graceful or quirky. But what's even more impressive about the game, from an art perspective, is the amount of artistic detail in every corner. Every few weeks, a new illustration by a completely new artist will fill the screen, and they are in such unique styles. And when it comes to the design, there's a fun world building that ties together a variety of character tropes, from shark maids to bears that work in construction to sword-wielding fox-eared demon hunters. The designs are so varied from their body types, and each character has a clear thematic that you can tell what their job is. They're employed. You can really tell that the art team champions the artwork. One of the best lessons I learned in my career was while I was working as a character designer at Blizzard. I was so excited to make characters that were decked out and as cool as possible. I'd add leather straps and belts at their throats, rings on their hands. I was trying to ice them out. But when I turned in my design to my lead, he pointed to all of the accessories and asked, "What are these for?" And I said, "They make the character look cool." He then X'd out all of the accessories and said, "Every accessory you add to the character should suit its purpose. Your character should be a single thematic, a why." And he was so right. I realized that I needed to support the purpose of a character first and foremost, whether it be a defensive shield or a sneaky assassin. Every little buckle or piece of jewelry needs to add to its story, or else it shouldn't be there at all. Ever since then, I've approached designing with a very different mindset. Good design is to make something appealing, something good to look at, and it's no easy job. That's good design. But great design supports a story wholeheartedly. It delivers a clear message. It serves a function beyond the simple goal of beauty. To perfect form and function is a grueling task that anyone who has tried can attest to. But I believe nothing truly worth doing is easy. If you take any design course in your life, teachers will always drill into you. Good design is just as much about subtraction as it is about addition. When I look at Genshin Impact designs, a game by the same company as ZZZ, the designs are just so crowded with all of these extra details. I can point to so many things dangling that are just there to be pretty or some fun eye candy. And while it is all beautiful, my brain at one point just shuts off. They honestly kind of remind me of super high-level adoptables from DeviantArt, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. They're pretty, they're beautiful, they're appealing, but they're lacking the extra oomph. Like the thing that scratches a deeper itch, a central thematic. When I look at the designs, I legit can't tell what these characters are supposed to do in their life. Like, are they even employed? When it comes to ZZZ, on the other hand, the characters have areas of rest. Ellen, a shark maid, has a relatively simple outfit, but accented with a shark teeth apron, spikes adorning her hair. Like, it's clear her thematics are shark, maid, and goth punk. Everything is shark themed. Or Zhu Ren, a police officer character. She wears a simple top coat, and every strap and dangling item tells me something about her. Her ammo strap, police badge, and even a charming tie that suggests a very cute side to her. Or Miyabi. Honestly, a very simple design, but with a very sharp silhouette and a simple tri-color palette that makes her iconic and ensures she sticks to my brain like thick glue. The best part, though, is that great design is not the end of a conversation, but rather it is the beginning of one. Genuinely amazing design is like a giving tree. It will inspire other people, whether if it's an incredible story or game that makes people want to do fan art, or a painting so touching it makes you sit and look inward. Interestingly, over time, I started to realize that not all fan art is made the same. In fact, different fandoms have entirely different artworks. For example, one of my favorite shows, Dungeon Meshi, features stories that are incredibly rich in world building. And in turn, the show's fan art literally goes so hard. It's so witty, it's so unique, and it's so out of the box. Fan art gets looked down upon because it's not truly original. But let's be real, artists take from each other all of the time. Except I don't view this as taking, but I see it as an offering, a borrowing, and then a returning. We take the artwork that others work so hard to create, we fall in love with it, we get inspired by it, and then we create another piece, which will then inspire someone else. And the cycle continues in this amazing, endless loop of creativity. It's why when I feel low on energy or creativity, seeing other people's work is so energizing. We're all supporting each other with our works and a great community of art in this ripple effect, where the more effort you put into your craft, the more it will affect others. And then in return, it will come back to you too. Good design is pretty and beautiful, but great design will make someone else make something great too. Hello and welcome to Inventory Intermission. For the person who's going to ask, what program, what equipment, and what brushes do you use? Don't worry, I've got you. So first of all, in terms of program, I use Adobe Photoshop. I know some people use Clip Studio, some people use Procreate. I use Photoshop. I don't know how to use the other programs. I use Photoshop. In terms of equipment, I like Wacom equipment. I've tried Huon, I've tried XP Pen. I genuinely do like Wacom the most, so that's what I use for my home studio. Now, lastly, when it comes to brushes, like many artists out there, I have so many brushes, but I just use 3. And let me show you the 3 that I use. I'll start with this one here on the side. This is what I like to use for my line art. This is by an artist named QBrush. It's like one of those things where brushes are just kind of like passed down to people. They're passed down to you. So you don't really know how you got your hands on them anymore. But I believe that the owner originally of this brush is QBrush. So I really, really like this one. This is called Chalk 28.
And it works really great for things like line art, and I like to use it for sketching too. It's very versatile, as you can see. Next, this is a brush that I've been using since I was in high school, and I found it on one of my favorite artists' website, Peiling, and this is one of his favorite brushes, I believe, too. I think I watched him use it in a speed paint of his, and I absolutely fell in love. But the brush that I actually use the most, like I legitimately use the most, is the hard round brush that comes with Photoshop. So when I say hard round brush, this is a hard round brush. This is too hard and round. I'm talking about the hard round brush that has a little bit of pressure. And when I was working, one of the best artists that I had ever worked with in my entire life, like he's a phenomenal artist, he literally just uses this brush and nothing else. So the original one by Photoshop, you don't need to download it, go anywhere. This is the one. This is like my favorite, #1 favorite brush. Chef's kiss. Hopefully that helps, and happy drawing.
Talking about good versus great design is difficult in this field because, to most, this is subjective. Perhaps at the end of the day, I'm just tired of defending myself against friends who say, "Oh my god, why do you hate Genshin designs?" But I need to tell the world what I think is great design, so that I can see more great design in this world that makes me excited and feels me to create. In the meanwhile, here's my contribution to the team that directed the art for ZZZ. Miyabi's pose is taken from the snazzy way she unsheathes her sword in her videos. I watch all of them. The background is inspired by a mixture of classical East Asian mountain depictions and Hong Kong movie posters, since movies are a huge part of the game's culture. At the end of the day, I just want more art in the world that's shoot an arrow straight to the back of my brain kind of great. Making me think about it all the time kind of great. Makes me want to do fan art for it kind of great. Great design doesn't happen automatically. This is a skill of the eye just as much as it is a skill of the wrist. You have to practice both doing it and discerning it. But if you make the effort, each time you put pen to paper, you will be destined for greatness.